think. Ah, I'm live. Just this stupid mic. It's such a pain in the butt. I see no views so far. Oh, hi, Artie. Cyber kittens. Oh, there's a. Okay, people are showing up already. Cool. Still says 0 views. That's random. I never know how that works. Let me get Winamp started up before I get into. Oh no, my secrets! Ah, secrets. It's just Twitter, or I mean Blue Sky. Who the fuck uses Twitter anymore? Oh, and I forgot all about replacing the Fantasy Star 4 music, so I guess we're stuck with that again. Not that I don't like it, but like I've said, it takes up like probably 75% of the stream. I'd like to have a little more variety. Anyway, let me pop out this chat. I barely even read the chat yet. I think started up kind of quickly this time. Usually I have a little time to mess around before you guys start showing up and posting comments and such. Stopping by to say sup before going for a run. Okay, Artie, have a good run. Hi, Tolchok. There was an opening clip here. It's gone now. What? Opening quip, sorry. Pfft, I don't know why I read that as clip. Hi, Special Iron. Hi, Death's Head. Yep, you're on time. Hi, Introvert Goblin. You're still... Special Iron is still set to Bringer of Hearts. Right after I said that, I read. Oh, I forgot to change my username back. Everyone's already on the case tonight, yeah. Zitter, pronounced shitter, yeah, like that. Hi, Living Corpse. Chat, we look like chat to you. Annoying ad above the chat? Oh. I'm not seeing it, but I'm looking at it through YouTube Studio, so. Hi, Fanya. Well, everyone's here from the beginning almost. I mean, not all the usuals, but a good chunk of them. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. No, the ad was just on my end. I had to refresh the page to get rid of it. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I guess I'll show you guys that drawing I started last week. I was struggling with drawing the creature from Del Toro's Frankenstein, and I actually had to start over because I really didn't like the way that one was going. Actually, looking at it again, it's not so bad, but it's meant to be kind of a template that I could put clothes on, like I do with my Cybercats. Hang on, let me make it so I'm looking at Streamlabs. This isn't gonna be great. I should full screen it, but there you go. You can kind of see the proportions at least. There. I had a hell of a time drawing this because his legs are so proportionately short compared to my characters. I think I finally got it looking pretty good. I think I'm actually gonna ink it sometime tonight. Maybe I'll color it on a stream sometime. Red Dwarf hasn't reached the new Tamagotchi share website yet? I don't know what that means. Oh, you know what? I forgot to change this to live chat. I could tell it wasn't refreshing, so... Dina's Rule 34 art. Doesn't Rule 34 have to be sexy, though? It's just like he's not even fully nude. We'll be getting the butt in the moonbeam walk drawing next. What? Butt in the moonbeam walk. I feel like I should get... I feel like there's a reference there I'm missing, but I don't know what it is. Okay, let me get started on so yeah, I should be able to pretty easily finish this. In fact, I might even finish it early. The second half of this might be a chat. Might be a chat stream. We'll see though, it might take longer than I think. Tina making pinups of a dead guy made from several dead people. That was a reference to that old film parody Loaded Weapon where Emilio Estevez takes a butt in the moonbeam walk after sex. Oh. Okay, yeah, I did not get that at all. Reference to Basic Instinct. Yeah, I've seen Basic Instinct before, I think, but yeah, I haven't really... I'm not super familiar with either of those movies, so... Okay, I need her reference sheet open. I just realized you guys are seeing this, but that's fine. It's not. It's just my Cybercat folder. There's nothing iffy in there. Okay, so bodysuit is next, which is base color and shading. More accurately, an undead guy, pretty much. I saw Loaded Weapon first, so when Michael Douglas walked away from the bed after sex and his bum was in the moonlight, I got the reference. Oh, okay. That's funny. The first movie was overhyped because of that one scene. Oh, Basic Instinct. Yeah, it's one of those movies that it was such a big deal when it first came out, but like nobody ever talks about it anymore. Okay, where's my pen? There it is. I straightened up my desk last week, so, or like earlier this week, I guess. Some stuff should be easier to find, but who knows? Probably still won't be able to find shit. Music sounds different to me this time. I wonder if my speakers are being wonky. I hope not. I don't know if you guys remember, but there was a stream I did a while back where, like, I think one of my speakers wasn't working or something like that. Or no, it wasn't just my speakers, because I think you guys could hear it on your end too, but like the music was only playing on one channel or something and like half the notes were gone. I think it was specifically the Echo soundtrack that sounded weird. Like I had to skip the Echo music because it didn't sound right. That definitely sounds off. Huh. Whatever. Hopefully most of it will be okay. I don't remember what the hell the issue was when that was happening. So if it's happening again, I have no idea how I'm going to fix it. But I'm not going to worry about it right now. Well, that looks wonky. Hopefully the Abadox covers will sound okay. Oh, pfft. Dina's using the wrong tool. Take a drink. Okay, welp. Oh, wrong. There we go. Actually, did I... Let me look at something here. Yeah, there's a highlight on her collar. Actually, there's quite a few highlights. Hi, So. Should have picked him up when I had the chance. Now he's too far away. Ah, well. You guys will get a soul cameo eventually. I need a bigger brush. Okay. I think that's done. Let me zoom out a little bit. All right, let me get caught up on the chat really quick. True, you can ask an undead out to a date as opposed to just a plain old dead. Oh, God. Overhyped because of the interrogation scene, yeah. That's pretty much all anyone remembers from that movie, I think. Yeah, RoboCop's really good. don't think I've ever seen Total Recall all the way through. I don't know why. I didn't remember that Verhoeven directed Basic Instinct. That's interesting. Too bad about Showgirls, but oh well. Hi, Dr. Mad Studio. Loaded Weapon parodied that scene as well. See the woman uncross her legs, and then there's a beaver sitting on the chair instead of her with the caption, gratuitous beaver shot. Oh my god. You can barely hear the music? Huh. Well, I could turn it up a little bit. Turn it down a little more on my end. Oh, actually, I liked it where it was. Birthday is coming up on April 27th, and you'll be turning 33. Well, happy early birthday. Can you play I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream after you're done with whatever you're doing? As in, like, do a let's play of it? Also, hi, Henry Starlight. I didn't realize you were a new person for a second. I guess I could. I never even thought to do a let's play of that one. Humans when we see an animal, if not friend, then why friend-shaped? Yeah, I love that meme. It's so true. Spring cleaning, that's something I need to be doing. First time I saw Basic Instinct being parodied was when they put Groundskeeper Willie in the Sharon Stone role. Oh. Is your last warning about that? Soul, hi mom, bye mom. Yeah, that's Soul in a nutshell. Have I told you guys that Soul has me pick him up like every evening? It's become like a routine. Like right after dinner, he'll come up to me. I'll be sitting at my desk and he'll come up to me and start rubbing on my leg, and he wants me to pick him up and cuddle him. It's really cute. I know I've mentioned Pyramid Head's shopping center Comic-Con before, but oh, pyramids. Sorry, my brain translated that as Pyramid Head, because why wouldn't it? Okay, Pyramid Shopping Center Comic-Con. I thought that sounded like an odd name for a con. Chris Berry and Danny John Jules will be there. Oh, that's cool. Soul and Terror have become wise to whenever Dina's streaming. They have, and I hate it. Tara was on the bed. Yeah, she's still here, but she's not. I don't think you can see her, and yeah, no, she's not close enough to the edge. Two cast members from Red Dwarf turning up in a place where I spend a big part of my youth shopping with my late mum. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Hi, Prison Brad. The Pony Talk Master has arrived. Oh yeah, I keep, oh hi Smug Side, or Smug Seed. Great coloring, thank you. I was gonna say something, what was it? Oh yeah, regarding Pony Talk. One of these days I think I'm gonna like stream myself reacting to the, a couple of the pony videos I did. The ones where the little like, what did I call them? The kind of side videos I did, because Hasbro didn't mark those. Oh. I'll try to mumble a little bit less. It's a habit. Also, I don't know, someone complained that they could barely hear the music, so I turned up the music, so if the music's drowning me out, let me know. I can turn it back down. Verhoeven nearly turned down RoboCop. Wow. That would have been a very different movie with any other director, I bet. RoboCop is just so specific in its... I don't know. I don't know how to finish that thought, but yeah. It's a very interesting movie. If it had a different director, it'd probably just be very different. Cats with electronics. If not for sleeping on, then why more? Yeah, that's a good point. Probably is what they think. I think I remember you mentioning you were going... Oh, talking to Dr. Matt Studios. I Have No Mouth is one of those games where you have to get so many things right to get the good ending. You really do, and I don't think I ever did get the perfect ending, because it's like, oh, to get... Like, I couldn't get... What character was it that I just could not get a perfect... like, on that last level... You have to, like, use everybody on the last level, and I think I couldn't perfect one of them. Was it Benny? Because I looked at a walkthrough and it was like... Sorry. I looked at a walkthrough and it was like, talk to this guy, and I'm like, but the guy's not there. And I don't know why. Something like that. It took a discussion about Murphy's humanity to get him to see past the surface. Yeah, I could see, like, thinking RoboCop is just like a fun action movie or whatever, but there's a lot more to it than that. Yeah, that doesn't sound right. Something's off with the sound. I don't know if it's only on my end, but... I mean, the music sounds good enough. It's not, like, bothering me, but because I've heard it so much, I know that it's off. I watched all of the prom night movies. I don't think I've seen any of those. Oh, I feel like... No, maybe I have seen, like, one of them at some point. First three were decent. The second one is the best one, but the fourth one and the 2008 remake were pretty bad. The funny thing, you know what? I saw the 2008 one and I thought it was okay. I didn't realize that it was a remake of Prom Night. I thought it was its own thing. Stephen Williams, who played the mysterious Mr. X from the X-Files. God, I don't remember X-Files too well. I don't think I ever got as into it as everyone else did. We all see the word pyramid and instantly think Pyramid Head. I almost added Pyramid Head to the first pyramid in your post. See what the pointy-headed git has done to us, and we're not even in Silent Hill. David Harbour was supposed to attend... Oh, I love David Harbour. Supposed to attend Comic-Con Liverpool, but he's dropped out now, and... I did see that the My Little Pony Vlogs playlist has finally lost its hiatus. Since it's done, technically. Yeah, it's no longer on hiatus. I'm just done with it. Unfortunately. Oh, see, I could barely hear that electric guitar. Yeah, that sounds way off. That sucks, because that's my favorite song on here, too. Like I said, it might only be on my end. Because you guys aren't hearing it through my speakers, you're hearing it through the desktop audio. RoboCop is one of those films where you can tell the director has a distinct style to his films, yeah. RoboCop, the animated series. That was an interesting time where they kept making like kid shows based on very adult movies. A lot of directors turned down RoboCop because they thought it was just schlocky exploitation. Yeah, and like I said, I could see how you might think that. Just based on the premise. I got I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream on my Steam library and downloaded, but still have to play it. I think I got it on GOG.com. I probably have to re-download it. Maybe I should just get it on Steam if I don't already have it, just so it'd be easier. I imagine it probably doesn't cost much. Detroit Become Human is one of those games I needed a guide for to get certain achievements, to know where stuff was, yeah. I haven't played that one, but I know the feeling. Everyone with conveniently attractive villains. If evil, then why hot? I think there's something you have to do with Nimdoc, something to do with the science he found out on his level. I'm probably wrong though. Yeah, I don't remember who it was. For some reason I'm remembering Benny, but it's possible it's Nimdoc. There was just one of them where like there was one thing I was supposed to do on the final level that I just couldn't figure out how to do. I'm sorry. Something just went down the wrong throat. The wrong throat. The wrong pipe. Oh, Billy West, that's cool. Yeah, I haven't like met him directly, but I went to one of his panels once. He's pretty cool. It just occurred to me that I have yet to bring the spam the hearts. I thought I saw some hearts from the corner of my eye there. That must have been you. Really gotten into the X-Files the last few years. Maybe I should like give it a rewatch. I think it was just that it was so hyped that, you know, sometimes when stuff is just hyped up too much, it's hard to appreciate it. In your defense, every time I see combat with a C, it looks wrong to me because of Mortal Kombat. And you also finish Pyramid with head when you see it. Two of Billy West's characters are basically taken from the Three Stooges. Stimpy's voice was based on Larry? I didn't realize that. I guess I can hear it now that you mention it. Zoidberg does Curly's whoop whoop whoop. I didn't know Billy West was autistic. That's interesting. Studio, this will make a great kids cartoon. I remember there was no animated series for Alien, but I know they came up with like an Alien action figure that was clearly made for kids, which is wild. Still waiting for the kids' cartoon TV adaptation of Terrifier. Megan, the animated series. I could almost see that, actually. God, if Megan came out in the 80s, there definitely would have been an animated series. Switch up between Megan 1 and Megan 2 was wild. You know, I actually really like Megan 2.0. I had to watch it a second time to, like, really take it in, but that was a pretty bold move going from, like, slasher film to, you know, sci-fi action. It's very Terminator. Tina's got multiple throats confirmed. Syrinx. Tina's an alien confirmed with a K. Yeah, like I said, I do like Megan 2.0, but I had to watch it a second time because it was a big change up from the first movie. But I like it. Anyone remember Megan XLR? It ran for 2 seasons on Cartoon Network. Oh, you're talking about... Oh, Megas X... See, I'm doing it again. I thought we were talking about Megan. I don't think I've heard of that. It's obvious what you're meant to do in that final level. You're supposed to not get turned into a huge jelly-like blob. Well, see, there's the problem. Because poor literacy is cool. Damn, there ended up being so much chat. I've hardly gotten any work done on this. Megas XLR is about 2 New Jersey slackers who, damn it, find a futuristic giant robot in a junkyard. Oh, wow. Yeah, I definitely don't think I've heard of that. Megan was like Terminator with a 2. The 80s would have been all over it. Yeah. The Megan movies are like Alien and Aliens. I'd say closer to Terminator and Terminator 2. That's why I made the reference there. But yeah, I could see the the comparison to Alien. Megan could have been like the good version of Small Wonder. There's a comparison I never thought to make, surprisingly. I used to watch Small Wonder a lot when I was a kid. There was a Spaceballs cartoon? I don't even remember that. When I hear Megan, I think of, like, Gen 1 My Little Pony. They had this human named Megan, and I believe some popular voiceover meme was posted on YouTube with the ponies calling her Megan. That's kind of funny. Hi, Alexi. Don't think I saw you before. Does Megan turn into an anti-hero in the second one? Basically, yeah. It's wild. Honestly, either movie on its own isn't, like, amazing, but Megan herself really carries them, but she carries them well. They've really grown on me, though. I love the 2 Megan movies. Small Wonder was a kids sitcom in, like, when did it come out? The 90s? 80s? Probably 80s. Where the guy, the dad on the show had created a girl robot. If anyone is looking for a time travel Terminator style film, check out Apex, a direct to video flick. Apex, yeah, I don't think I've heard of that. If you haven't seen the Spaceballs cartoon, consider yourself lucky it wasn't funny despite them trying. Yeah, the fact that I've don't recall ever hearing of it leads me to believe it probably wasn't that good. Nobody cares much about anyone other than Megan, so turning her good is logical. I guess so. When you said Small Wonder, I immediately thought of the Wonder Years. Yeah, that's a very different show. All right, let me fucking color something. Jesus. Okay, her cape is next. Oh my god, excuse me. All right. I think I'm just mostly gonna shade the back part of it. Oh, I think I'm gonna not worry about her boots for now. I'll just go back and fix that later. Oh. That line doesn't quite line up. Whoops. Pretend you didn't see that. Pretend you don't see that, rather. Fuck. I really need to get one of those, one of those tablets where you draw on it and you can see the image on the tablet. I think I say this every week, but it's true. I could really use one of those. Because you can, like, rotate it and stuff, and what fucks me up sometimes is, like, I'm having to tilt my hand in weird ways. It's hard to explain since you guys can't see my hand. But yeah, sometimes it's hard drawing a straight line if it's at a weird angle. Every time I get to the point in that song where I start thinking about skipping it, I look up and it's only got a few seconds left. Okay, I'm just gonna do everything but the boots. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and add highlights to everything I've shaded so far. I can have a little bit of highlight right there. The annoying thing about her boots being the same color as her cape. Oh, right. There's also her armband things. Don't ask me where the light source is coming from in this image. I'm, like, famously bad about that. I really need to do better about, like, figuring out where the light source is supposed to be, but I don't know. I just put shading wherever it feels right. That's not how you're supposed to do it. I'm such a hack. Okay, let me just kind of start over. Just put the base color back. You know, since I have the highlight color selected, I'll just go ahead and I'll just add highlights first this time. I don't have to do shading first, it's just the way I tend to do it. Ah, crap. Do 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 do. That need to be that highlighted. Whatever. That song cuts out early, doesn't it? I think I'm so used to it doing it, I don't really notice it anymore. I feel like the music is maybe a tiny bit too loud now, so I'm going to turn it down a tad. Am I going to have to, like, deselect one of her legs? Okay, I managed to... Here, let me, like... Why am I doing this? I feel like I should put a little highlight where her ankle is, I guess. It's kind of fussy. It's not necessary, really, but... There. Okay. That's done. I'm getting impatient now for some reason. I don't know what my problem is. Okay. I've actually got only two. I've just got the yellow and the details left on her. And she's going to be done. I guess I'm not going to finish as early as I thought, but I still think I'm going to finish probably a little early. I'm not really into superhero stuff, but I do like Guardians of the Galaxy since those are more sci-fi space opera. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I think those might be my favorite MCU. Honestly, I think I really like Guardians of the Galaxy, and I think I also really like Doctor Strange. I feel like Doctor Strange is kind of underrated. Not that there are any Marvel movies I seriously dislike, but those are like some of my favorites. Now Dina will be able to carry on shading. And there's Companion, which is basically the good version of the Stepford Wives remake. Companion, that sounds familiar. Eris's Cape of Awesome. I know you said boots, but in my mind I heard you say I'm not going to worry about her boobs for now. I guess we know where your mind was, Living Corpse. Makes you wonder how much of the, whoops, Cybercat apparel is store-bought and how much is custom gear. Actually, good question. I never even thought too much about that. I guess I assumed it's all custom, but maybe not. Courage the Cowardly Dog was quite a dark cartoon with a perfect mix of horror and comedy. You know, I never really watched that. I've heard good things, but... Few of the original characters in the IDW Sonic comics were visually based on glitches from the games. That's cool. Grew up watching quite a few Don Bluth films, but I've got to say All Dogs Go to Heaven might be my all-time favorite. I'm sure I think I've seen that one like once. For whatever, I don't know why I don't watch more of Don Bluth movies. I think Tina's already done good work on that part of her anatomy. Yeah, yeah. Anyone ever see the last Don Bluth film, Titan AE? Greatly underrated. I've heard good things about it. It looks like the 2D and the 3D don't blend very well. So that always kind of put me off on it. But I have heard it's actually really good. Don't worry, I probably wouldn't notice any wonkiness in the shading even if you specifically pointed it out. Imagining them working feverishly at sewing machines. According to the first Red Dwarf novel, all of Cat's outfits were designed and tailored by himself, so it wouldn't surprise me, yeah. I don't know, man. Sewing is kind of hard work. I'd be surprised if Cat made his own clothes, but like, where else would he get them? So, we'll be getting the new Red Dwarf novel. Oh, you're asking Special Iron. I was gonna say I'm not gonna be getting it because I don't really read. That scene was so cute where like Cat gave Crichton one of his earrings. And Crichton was playing it up like he really appreciated it. I don't know, I just thought that was really cute. Toonami. Really wish Marvel would just put aside all the nostalgia bait and franchise auto-cannibalism and just make more long shots like Guardians of the Galaxy, Doctor Strange, and Fantastic Four. Yeah. I don't know. The amount of Marvel movies has gone way down over the past couple of years, I've noticed, so they aren't really even doing that much lately. I love the gag in Doctor Strange where he gets what he thinks is a magic word, but it's actually the Wi-Fi password. Yeah. I freaking love that movie. There's a store somewhere in this world called Cat Rags. Land Before Time is one of those movies I saw once, and like, I don't know why I didn't get more into it than I did. How much I love dinosaurs. Kind of skipping over everyone talking about the Red Dwarf novel. First Land Before Time movie I had seen was 13, Wisdom of Friends, which happens to be one of the more disliked among the Land Before Time fandom. They made way too many sequels to that. I think it had more sequels than Friday the 13th. I think Land Before Time might be one of those where, like, they made so many sequels that it just, like, made me forget. It made me just kind of disinterested in the whole thing, if that makes any sense. Like, I know the first movie is supposed to be really good, but I don't know. I don't think I'm making any sense. Oh no, it's fine. I mean, you guys can talk about whatever. It's just I'm just letting you know. If you notice me not commenting, it's because I'm just skipping over it. But I mean, you know, talk about whatever you want. Sewing is honestly an amazing talent, though it takes time, one thread by thread. Just stitching it. Oh, yeah, you got me. Actually recently listened to a bunch of My Little Pony song demos, including one of the Tabitha St. Germain singing for Art of the Dress rather than the usual Kazumi Evans. Interesting. Art of the Dress was a good song. I liked that whole episode because I could really relate to I could relate to Rarity in that one. I used to be really into cosplay, so I have made a lot of costumes, and it is a pain in the ass. I've never had to make them for other people, but even just making them for myself is a pain. I just wish there were more dinosaur movies than just the Jurassic World movies. Oh, you mean as in like coming out now? Yeah. I actually just started watching a documentary on dinosaurs that's on Netflix. Pretty good so far. I'm only 2 episodes in, but I think there's only 4 of them, but it's narrated by Morgan Freeman. Land Before Time was made shortly before Jurassic Park told us that T-Rexes didn't walk upright. I was born the year when the original Jurassic Park came out. God, I think I turned 18 when the first Jurassic Park came out. The only reason I know that off the top of my head was because I saw a meme going around on Blue Sky about, like, post a gif of the movie that came out the year you turned 18, and I did a quick Google search, and that was when Jurassic Park came out. When I was a kid, you'd know when something freaked me out on TV because I'd book it out of there. Same. I was a big baby when I was a kid, so there were a lot of things freaked me out and made me run out of the room on TV. Didn't the third Naked Gun film feature a parody trailer called Geriatric Park? I don't remember. There was a third... Oh yeah, I knew there was a third Naked Gun movie. Apparently Land Before Time also had a TV series. Oh my god, how much do we need to see of those fucking baby dinosaurs? How much material are you gonna get out of a group of baby dinosaurs? Because I knew it'd be rude to force people to change a channel, so I removed myself from the situation. Yeah, same. Also, if I ever asked my mom to change the channel, she would refuse. So... Or she would do it like under duress. I do remember watching The Land Before Time and some of the sequels. I think I was like a couple years old when the first Star Wars came out. I forget the exact year. Didn't you once try to make a Rimmer outfit for Lee? I started to. I didn't get very far into it. I don't remember why. But yeah, I bought a bunch of green taffeta. I was gonna make the Captain Emerald one. I still have like the partly made thing in a box somewhere. Oh yeah, I think I've heard that Billy West voiced Shaggy at some point. I haven't seen Godzilla Minus One. I probably should. I've heard almost exclusively good things about it. Well, I mean, you know, the Jurassic Park movie came out like, we were just talking about how long ago it came out. So at the time, it was the most accurate depiction of dinosaurs. The Velociraptors was an intentional change, though, I think. Oh, yeah, I remember An American Tail. Again, that was one of those I only saw like once for some reason. I don't know why I never really got into his movies more. Oh, you know what? Weirdly, I did watch the All Dogs Go to Heaven series for a while because I used to have, at the time, I only had like local TV stations and it was the only thing on Sunday morning. I think it was Sunday morning. Might have been Saturday, but I think it was Sunday. But yeah, and it was an okay show. Hi, Silent Evil. Movie's 33 years old and still has some of the best CGI. Oh, Jurassic Park, yeah. It helps that a lot of that isn't CG. Helps that most of the effects were actually done practically. Just people people tend to remember it for the CG. I'm actually skipping a lot of comments because I'm trying to get caught up, so I am reading them all, just not reacting to all of them. There was a sequel to Secret of Nim? Interesting. I don't... I feel like I didn't know that, but maybe I knew and forgot. Excuse me. One of the Jurassic Park movies included a character who was a dig at a rival paleontologist. Yup, they made fun of because Jack Horner was the paleontologist they were using for, you know, dinosaur knowledge. They made fun of another paleontologist named Robert Bacher. Yes, I'm a big enough nerd that I actually know the names of a couple of paleontologists and what they look like and everything. Jack Horner bugs me because at some point, he decided that Tyrannosaurus Rex was strictly a scavenger, and he just held on to that theory like grim death. Even though most animals are not strictly scavengers, like even freaking vultures hunt once in a while. But no, T-Rex was definitely a scavenger, okay. The Don't You Mean Extinct line was including something the main stop motion animator said about cutting edge CGI. Yep. Phil Tippett said that when he first learned about the CG. He was like, I think I'm gonna go extinct. I haven't watched a lot of Monty Python, honestly. Hyenas are pack hunters, not just scavengers, yeah. A dinosaur convention banned a few guests whose names were in the Epstein files? Okay. Even dino conventions have higher standards than our government. Thing about vultures reminds me of an old cartoon of a vulture sitting on a branch saying, patience my ass, I'm gonna go kill something. That's so funny. Which fighting game movie are you most looking forward to? The new Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat 2. I don't think I've seen the trailer for Street Fighter, but the screenshots I've seen, I don't know how I feel about how accurate it looks to the game. I mean, accuracy is usually good, but it looks kind of weird in real life. But I mean, maybe if they lean into it, it might work, but I'm way more interested in Mortal Kombat 2. I think most people see Spinosaurus as a fish eater, so really the heroes of JP3 could have just distracted it with six portions of trout a la creme. I think AI is what special effects people feared CGI was going to be. That sounds about right. And now I have to go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back. Okay. Spinosaurus lying on his bunk. I'm gonna die. I've been fished to death. Way more down with Street Fighter. Interesting. Look out, food escape! Tidal wave 10 feet. Tidal wave 10 feet high. I realized Cat wasn't in trouble because he overate. He was in trouble because adult cats are lactose intolerant and that fish was swimming in cream sauce. That could be it. Oh, did my phone go off? I thought I heard it from the bathroom. Yeah, the gag with the T-Rex. Probably just the phone letting Dina know that her live stream has started. Oh. I don't think it would wait this long to tell me that. Yeah, just someone sharing my alert on Blue Sky. I've got the rare CD single of Tongue Tied, which reached number 12 in the UK singles chart in 1993. That's cool. Yeah, I heard about that. That song has very interesting lyrics, doesn't it? I'm shocked that the soundtrack to Red Dwarf has never been officially released. That's true. Did I know that? I think I did know that. When you said Vulture in a cartoon, I thought you meant like Snoopy from Peanuts doing his Vulture impression. It's cold outside. There's no kind of atmosphere. Yeah, I always want to do that too. Okay, so I've got to do the yellow parts on her. It's after 2. I'm actually not sure if I'm gonna finish. I should have been able to finish, but you guys are so chatty today. I feel like the stream has been 90% me reacting to the chat. Why is that oh, that's right. That's gold instead of yellow. That's why it's a slightly different color. I was confused for a second. You know what? I think I can do this with the mouse. Yeah, the trim on her outfit is specifically yellow, not gold. But this little brooch is gold. Oh, that should have been blue right there. Oh wait, no, it's not. That's the tie. Okay, I thought I'd accidentally made that part of the cape. I'm gonna have to switch to the pen. I thought I'd accidentally made part of the cape yellow that wasn't supposed to be, but no, I'm wrong. It's this little tie thingy. A little too much shading there. There we go. That's a little better. Oh, I need to do her eyes as well. Almost forgot. Yep, that's all done. I just gotta add the highlights. Oh. There we go. Oh, I nearly forgot about her boots. And there we go. Let me just go ahead and finish up. That's a little weird that I didn't, I don't seem to have a layer specifically for gold. Oh, you know, when I colored the green, I forgot to do the... Oh, it's so small on the page, I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, I've got the wrong thing selected. There we go. That's too small. Come on. Give me a good brush size here. If it's too small, it's kind of pointless. There we go. I don't know how I feel about the way I did that. I guess it's all right. See what's left on her. I think probably her shoes. And the inside of her ears. Oops. Need a bigger brush. There we go. Oh, welp. That's not great that those two are on the same layer. Okay. Okay, she done. Okay, let me get caught up on the chat. There we are. Oh yeah, the Max Headroom show. I remember that a little bit. Take it away, Scutters. I like imagining the Scutters playing the music. We've got 3 options. 1, sit here and get blown up. 2, stand here and get blown up. 3, jump up and down, shout at me for not being able to think of anything, then get blown up. It's a smegging garbage pod. Surprises me we never see any aliens in Red Dwarf. Yep. That was just what they wanted. That's what the creators wanted to do, so yeah, this was something Doug and Rob planned from the start. Crichton trying to knock out Rimmer by whacking him over the head. That was funny. Okay, Dr. Mad Studios, thanks for stopping by. Please stop saying boots. This actually gets confirmed when they actually talk to the universe and it actually states, yeah. I remember that, and I remember people being, but there's been aliens on the show, and I'm like, no, there have been Gelfs on the show. Gelfs are not aliens. I like the way those 2 servals are smiling. I don't think Siren's really smiling. He's just kind of, his expression's kind of neutral to me, but I think her smile is cute. Everyone else is like reacting to each other and talking, or in Jessica's case, annoyed, but like she's just happy to be here. Is the goo thing that Crichton falls for technically an alien? I believe she was specifically referred to as a Gelf. Eris is her real name. Her nickname is Laser Eyes, which I don't know. Every once in a while, I think I might drop that. It's kind of one of the last remaining like ties to Transformers. It's kind of a Transformers-y name. I can never quite settle on whether it's too lame and I should leave it out. But yeah, officially her real name is Eris. Her nickname is Laser Eyes. And by food, I mean fish. Is there a name for whatever currency they're using? It's funny, in the script, Sheba uses the term bucks for money, and I always like to joke that she's talking about actual bucks, but Cybercoin, oh god. Yeah, all of the alien-looking creatures on Red Dwarf are Gelfs. Hi, Gremlin Glitch. I like the transparency you did on the dress on the leopard. Jaguar, but close enough. But yeah, thank you. She's literally doing the colon 3 face. She is. Yay, I get to see dragons being killed and or possibly fellow cybercats getting disemboweled. This series is drenched in 90s camp, intentionally or not. Laser eyes being kind of goofy. Fits the tone perfectly. Yeah, it probably does. I'll probably keep it. But every once in a while I'm like, oh, should I take it out? I don't know. But at least it's not her real name, it's a nickname. I remember the first Dark Tower book, he goes to the bar and she charges him in box. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, most people can't tell leopards and jaguars apart, so at least you were close. I've seen people call her a cheetah, and I'm like, where do you get cheetah from? But, I mean, not everyone pays attention to that kind of thing, so... At least no one's calling them rabbits this time. So Eris doesn't have heat vision then? Oh, she 100% does. So that's part of why it's so dorky. It's such a, like, specific... She literally does shoot lasers out of her eyes. So... She basically has the same power as Cyclops, I guess. I love a series not taking itself too seriously. This one kind of takes itself seriously, but kind of doesn't. I don't know. Okay, so there was a let me show you guys if I have it in the folder. I think I should. There was this one drawing that I was coloring in a stream. And I'll just show you. Here it is. I was coloring this drawing. Someone came into the stream. I think they were trying to insult me, but they just made themselves look dumb. They're like, why are you coloring a rabbit on fire or something? I'm like, rabbit? And I think they were trying to insult me, but like, they just made themselves look really dumb, I thought. We know that Sheba is a cheetah, as she's pretty skinny, even by Cybercat standards. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually going to be a pretty cool reveal, because everyone... She pretty much just gets referred to as Eris up until this point, when, and then out of nowhere, she shoots lasers out of her eyes. And then sometime after that, she mentions that her nickname is Laser Eyes. Rave going on near Dina's by the sound of it. Chia Pets are getting a movie, whatever. Yeah, that siren was loud. I didn't even bother trying to talk over that. Cyclops tech... That's true. It's like they're like repulsor beams or something like that. Not really heat lasers. She looks nothing like a rabbit, right? I mean, even no matter how poorly drawn a cheetah is, it's never going to look like a rabbit. I don't know what that person was thinking. That was a fun moment in stream history. I renamed that stream to Portrait of a Rabbit on Fire. It was just so funny. His beams are supposed to be pure kinetic force, but every adaptation goes for lasers instead. Yeah, I've heard that actually. The rabbit on fire thing, yeah, that was what I was just talking about. Now I have image of Eris. Oh, Eris, right. Spelled differently, but yeah. Eris is some Greek god, I think. I don't remember what she's the goddess of, but... And I don't remember why I started using that name for her, but... I think a friend suggested it. I think she's a god of discord or something, which doesn't really suit her, but whatever. I think it was a one and done thing. There used to, like, occasionally when I was streaming, like, someone would just show up in the chat and try to insult me, and then that would be their only post the entire stream. Does anyone else keep having messages failing to load? Oh, that sucks. Which was followed not long after by a portrait of a rabbit playing Beat Saber. Yeah. I wonder if I have that one in this folder too. I probably do. I think I was still using the same folder then. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I did a Beat Saber version just because Special Iron made a joke about... I can't remember how it came out. Something about, oh, it'd be funny if she were playing Beat Saber or whatever. And so I did that. God of Discord, get the elements of harmony. We've got another one. Eris is the god of discord. She's the beach who caused the Trojan War. Oh, oops, I didn't mean to leave that open. Oh, goddess of strife, discord, and rivalry. There we go. I knew it was something like evil sounding. I couldn't remember what exactly. Not to jinx things, but remember the amount of porn bots we used to get in here? Oh god, yeah. That hasn't been a thing in a while, hopefully. Hopefully that issue is mostly gone. Hi, Teeny Tara. Yeah, no point in getting mad at bots. I love how you did the color of highlights on her legs from the blades. Yeah, that was one of the fun things about that Beat Saber one, was putting all the highlights on her. Because originally there was a bunch of highlights on her from the flames in the background, so I think I just changed the color. So she has like blue over here and red over here. That was kind of a fun little thing to do. The drawing was otherwise done, so it didn't even take that long. Alright. Time for Siren, which means I gotta open up his. I keep minimizing this and then bringing it back. Oh, actually, there it is. Oh, he was actually the one in the preview image even. Okay. Whoops. That's a reference image for the Frankenstein drawing I was doing. I call this a coat, but it's more of a robe, really. Oh, never mind. Not coat. Actually, I do call it a robe. The coat, his coat is his skin color, which is actually fur. I call it a coat. So, like, yeah, it's pretty much just up there in his hand, so that's not going to take super long. Tara, oh no, I'm not coming near you while you're talking to the brightly glowing rectangle. I I had someone go into my stream and talking shit about the PNG tuber model I use. That's annoying. Yes, Siren with a P. Nah. Zed keeps posting in the Discord. Just join the stream, Zed. Creatively reworked names like Sirens, also Scream 90s Image Comics Camp. Yeah. I don't remember where that name came from. The writer might have come up with it. The guy who wrote the script for the first issue. I feel like he might have come up with Siren. Yeah, it does kind of have that, like, poor literacy is cool vibe. Also, Laser Eyes, her name is spelled with a Z instead of an S, so... I think it's because I was a kid when I came up with her name, and I genuinely thought Laser had a Z in it. So I just kept it. Because poor literacy is cool. I don't think he needs a highlight on his pec. Okay, now the white part's on him. He's more white than, has more white on him than his main color, at least as far as what's exposed. What would you call that color? Kind of a light violet blue, I guess. Do 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 do. I think this music is from the Ice Planet level. It's been a hot minute since I played Phantasy Star 4. I played around with the idea of streaming it before. I don't know if I ever will, but it might be fun. I would probably have to grind off screen though, so, I don't know. He's got some pretty cut abs for a scientist, but... Do. Okay, there's the robe. Okay, let me... What do you want? Oh. Did you hear that mournful little... I keep seeing Zed's name coming up on my end. I often wonder why. I never see him here unless he goes by a different name. That's possible. Do you still work with the writer? No, unfortunately, he wrote the script a long time ago, and I kind of lost touch with him for a while. And I tried to get back in touch. Lasers. I tried to get back in touch with him, and he never responded, so... I remember when I first joined the server for a while, whenever I saw his name, I immediately thought of Zed from the Police Academy films. I never watched those. Put the highlights on his pecker, so help me God, I will turn this blue midget around. Wow. Nothing is stopping Siren from working out in his spare time. That's true. They don't need to be fed. They got food in their bowls. Cybercats evidently have a very stringent workout program. See, that's one of those things that's just kind of like superhero comic, that's just one of those superhero comic things, like everyone's buff. It's kind of like that. Also, they're cats. I figure cats would just look like that. Hi, Flash. I don't remember if I said that already. I probably did. I'm doing all right. I hope you are too. There's a void in the background. Yeah, I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do for the background of this image. I might just make it a solid color. If that's what you mean. Oh, that void. Of course. A void named Terra. Thank you for the hearts. I forget what music this, what area this music goes with. I know it's some town. I feel like it's when you're wandering around in some town or another, but I don't remember which one. We're just gonna shade that whole back area. See, this is one of those. I really need to clean up that line work. Holy shit, that looks terrible. I apologize for that line work. You all shouldn't even have to see that. I should have fixed that before I even got to this point, but sometimes I either forget or I just get lazy or whatever. It will get cleaned up, just sometimes I put it off. Do, 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 do. I like how this looks like a really drapey fabric. That's partly why I call it a robe rather than a jacket or whatever. It kind of hangs like a robe. It looks comfy. Oh, my hand is not... My hand wants to cramp up. Let me try to finish this before I take a break. Yeah, I'm not gonna like... It doesn't need too much highlighting down here. Maybe just a little bit along the edge. And here, let me make this easier on myself. Ah, God, that looks awful. Again, my hand is at an awkward angle here. Excuse me. Okay, I think that's probably done. Let me zoom out. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, he's only got a couple of layers left on him. Just the blue and the details. The XP crown king. Yeah, I don't think anyone knows how that works. Terra and Soul, a story of how two cats got their mom and dad wrapped around their little paws. Yep. I yapped a lot. Look upon my crown. You can barely hear the music. Well, see, earlier someone was complaining about how you could barely hear me, so I turned the music down. Okay, Death said, thanks for stopping by. Probably long gone. Me, wow, this looks great. Better than anything I could draw. Dina, I apologize for the terrible line art. I knew someone would get a kick out of that. Been on a Lego kick recently. Just did the first Lego Batman, and now I plan on tackling Star Wars. That's cool. I like to think of his robe as a smoking jacket, not that he smokes. Well, robe and smoking jacket are almost the same thing, I think. Some would argue that he looks smoking. Hi, Mr. Kruger. I love my horror reviews. Thank you. Love the artwork, very 80s, 90s style, which I adore. Thank you. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going for. I took a lot of inspiration. I mean, they were initially inspired by, like, a lot of 80s cartoons, but then I got into X-Men comics in the 90s, and so I took some inspiration from that, too. Okay, so not a lot of light blue on him. This is obviously boss music. Even if you've never played the game, you could probably guess that it's boss music. Of course, I've been told that the music is really low anyway, so maybe you guys can't even hear it. Whatever. My thing is I like to have the trim on their outfits match their eyes. That's a thing I do a lot with these characters. I don't do it so much with the Technocats, but I do it with the Cybercats. Oh, right, the dark blue. Those are his boots, which I think you can barely see. Yeah. Let's just do that and get it out of the way. Yeah, his arm brace thing is also dark blue, but the sleeve covers it. Shut up, phone. I should really mute my phone during streams, but a lot of times I either don't think about it or I just don't bother. Well, that color is so similar. You can't even... Or... Oh, wait. Oh! No wonder the color was so similar. It was the same one. Wow. Okay. I'm just gonna finish him up. Screw it. Actually, and we're almost at the end of the stream anyway, so that works out. Black ears and mouth. What color did I use for... I'll just go ahead and use the same color I used for Tyra's, because I used the same color for both of them, I think. Oh yeah, his nose is black, isn't it? Well, let's just... We're just going to add a little white highlight to that. Yeah, I should have colored it black like I did with hers, but I think I just forgot. All right, he's done. I need to make a layer that's like highlights for all of their eyes, but let me go ahead and zoom out and see if I forgot anything. It doesn't look like it. I'll probably finish this page like off camera, because I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do with like the background here, and probably gonna change the colors. I never did figure out what color these guys should be in the bleachers and everything, but that might be something I just do myself tonight. And oh, I've already I've started drawing the next page. Let me see. Actually, yeah, all the blue lines are all done. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, because I'm going to have to hold it really far away from the camera, because it's large paper. It's 11 by 17. You can kind of see. So yeah, this is the next page. I've already got the blue lines done. Yeah, I just need to start drawing all the details on them mostly, and then I can start inking. I'm not going to finish it this weekend, most likely. Maybe I can at least finish drawing it this weekend. It's not going to be ready to color for next weekend, so yeah, I'll probably do that dumb little Frankenstein drawing. I'll probably color that next weekend. You all can make fun of me. Right, Sonic, Silent Hill, Red Dwarf, My Little Pony, and food. What have I missed out on? We haven't really talked about Sonic. I actually, by coincidence, let me go ahead and close that because I don't need it anymore. By coincidence, I happened to watch Sonic 3 again last night. That's a really fun movie. I still think maybe I like Sonic 2 better just because I'm such a Knuckles fan. Yeah, we haven't really talked about food. I can easily see bits and pieces of the X-Men within the artwork. Admittedly, it also reminds me a bit of Brian Bolland's artwork with the shading. Brian Bolland. I don't know who that is. Let me do a quick Google search. Oh, he did that that Killing Joke. At least the cover. The Killing Joke cover came up. Okay, okay, that's who that is. Yeah, I'm not familiar with him, but I can see how, yeah, the cover of the Killing Joke does have similar shading. I know you guys can't see what I'm seeing, but I guess maybe my inking is a little similar too. Okay, that's enough of that. I was just trying to give myself an idea. Who's been given the old British knuckles? Welcome back, Artie. Yes, obligatory Santa mention. If you know, you know. That phone meow 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 better not be Walmart saying there's no chocolate chips. Wow, that's a good memory. That actually, if I think that wasn't chocolate chips I was trying to get, it was what were they called? They were like coffee flavored chips. And they tried to substitute it with chocolate chips. I'm like, that's not this. I'm like, that's not the same thing. I like the luxurious mane of the guy on the left. Thank you. He uses L'Oreal because he's worth it. Oh, I lost my place. God damn it. Shut up phone reminds me of Homer. If I don't find a good bar soon, I'll have to quit drinking. Yes, shut up liver. That's funny. Oh, I must have missed that one earlier. Okay. There we go. Now I'm caught up. I guess there were some I missed before. 9 miles is pretty good. Are any of the Cybercats similar to Red Dwarf Cat personality-wise? Not really. The closest one might be Adonis, which I don't know if I have any pictures of him on my... I don't believe I have any pictures of him in the folder. I don't feel like digging one up on DeviantArt right now. Here's the final boss music. That's how we know we're getting towards the end of the stream. Yeah, no Adonis in here. But yeah, he's not really anything like Cat. He's just probably the closest to anyone else. Love how the page turned out. Thank you. I should probably zoom out a little bit further so you can see the whole thing. There you go. I'm not really happy with this page. I do think these guys look good, but I don't know about the rest of it. But... it is what it is. I always look forward to seeing the next page. Thank you. I can't see much, but I'm sure it looks great. Yeah, the thing about blue lines. That's why we start with blue lines, because they don't show up very much. They don't copy. Of course, I'm sure these days copiers can pick it up, but it's called non-photo blue. It's a light blue color that traditionally comic book artists start with that color. And then they go over that with pencil and they go over that with ink. Hi, George. Confirmed Dina likes Frankenstein. That's nothing new. That's been confirmed for a while. But does Frankenstein like Dina? I would hope so. If we're assuming we're talking about the creature, I don't want Victor to like me. Screw that guy. Well-built body. Last night I made... Here's the food talk. Last night I made beans with garlic cloves, sumac, paprika, Italian herbs, and tahini spices. Interesting. That sounds pretty good, actually. I'm just happy Tails gets to shine in the movies. He's been all over the place in the games, to say the least. If it makes you feel better, I meant this as a compliment. Yeah, I know. I forget what it was you said, but yeah, I didn't take anything the wrong way. Espresso, that's it. I couldn't think of the term. Yeah, those don't exist anymore, and I'm really sad about it. Espresso baking chips. Those are so good. I used to snack on those, but there was also a recipe on the back for chocolate cookies with espresso chips in them. They were so good. But they don't exist anymore. Love the colors on each kitty. Thank you. That also reminds me of Homer. They didn't have any aspirin, so I got you some cigarettes. That does sound like something Walmart would do. I remember one time I tried to order eggnog like towards the end of the holidays, and they tried to substitute it with fucking buttermilk of all things. I'm like, who the hell orders buttermilk? I have a really good memory for things like that. I know classic Tomb Raider, literally inside out. Unfortunately, it doesn't extend to things like where I last put my pen. That gets forgotten about immediately. Yeah, I know how that is. I remember dumb things too. Doesn't always have a pen. The page is fine. Maybe just use a color gradient for the background again. Yeah, I'll probably do that. I feel like ideally you should be able to see the chairs behind them, but I didn't bother drawing it, so... I mean, I did establish where they are in this picture, so I don't really need a background here. Yeah. I hate to say it's good enough, but it's good enough. Sometimes you just have to go with good enough. I can imagine Tyrus was the most fun to draw, that and his partner Side-Eye. Yeah, had a lot of fun with their body language. I like everybody's body language in this image. A faded dark hallway behind them. Yeah, they're actually in their boxed seats. The idea is that this is a special little seat for them. There's supposed to be chairs behind them, or like a bench. I guess a bench, yeah. It looks really good. What's the context for this page? Am I right? To get Colosseum vibes. Yeah. Yeah, they're at a dragon slaying event. In fact, I kind of modeled this off of a bullfighting ring. This whole background. Hell, I could just show you guys. It's right in the folder. Where is it? Comic references, I guess. Oh, arena. There we go. So yeah, like this is what it's based off of. I thought about changing the colors, which is why I made this thing green, but I'm probably gonna switch it back to like a brownish red or whatever. So where's trying to find the one that's the closest to... There we go. That's the one I used for reference. You know, the angle isn't quite the same, but yeah. And this is... I had the seats being here, even though that's a door. Just kind of changed it for my own use. I had a babysitter when I was younger who drank buttermilk and insisted my sisters and I drink it instead of regular milk. She got mean about it too, put me off the stuff beyond cooking use. I think I used to drink buttermilk a little bit when I was a kid, but yeah. It's not great. I tried it as an adult, I'm like, ugh. I feel like I used to add salt to it when I was a kid. I had heard somewhere that you're supposed to do that, or that was a good way to drink it. I don't know. Oh, it's after 3. Okay, I definitely got to wrap up now. You don't know side-eyes until you've seen videos of border collies. There's like a capybara in some videos I watched that does a really good side-eye. No one's going to look at the top image of them emerging from the arena hallway looking the lower image and saying, where the hell are they? What the heck? See, there it's not a hallway though, so you just proved that I did a bad job with the. Oh well. Now I've got an image of Sheba putting Diana through that Rube Goldberg trap that Bugs Bunny puts that poor bull through at the end of the cartoon. Yeah. Okay, everybody, thanks for joining me. I appreciate you guys coming to my art streams. I know that's like not no one started I know no one subscribed to my YouTube channel to see Cybercat art, but that's just what I'm doing now. So I appreciate you guys showing up for this stuff. I'm glad you could make it too, George. I love dog videos anyway. They're my favorite source of joy and humor. Yeah. Animal videos are always fun. Okay, so yeah, as far as I know, I don't have anything going on next week, so I should be streaming again next week. Thanks, Special Iron. Thanks, Prison Brad. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I should be back next weekend doing probably some kind of art. I don't know yet. All right, bye.